Everything's good. Hello everybody, and welcome to my domain. This is Everything Animated. I have had this on my mind for quite some time now. It's the strangest thing. To get everybody up to speed, basically, if you haven't already heard, Vic Mignogna, well-known voice actor, is under allegations of basically just inappropriate touching, harassment. Some people say pedophilia, homophobic. They're saying all these things about him. And when I first heard it, was pretty much like everyone else. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. This is the sort of thing. Oh, why is this happening? Just went along with it. It was kind of bothering me a lot, where I couldn't really sleep. I know that sounds dumb, because it's like, come on, you're a grown man. What have you got done? Why are you having trouble sleeping over something like this? But just to me, it just didn't feel right. Like, it just felt like this guy who had literally nothing going on, then all of a sudden these happen. So I did some digging, and it seems like there's a little more information than we had originally thought. I think both Rooster Teeth and Funimation kind of jumped the gun, so to speak, because now this guy's pretty much out of a job, all because of allegations. I mean, he hasn't been convicted of anything. He wasn't. He wasn't indicted. Nothing. It's just allegations. And there have been people that have been doing videos on this, so I know I'm not going to sound any different. But if there's one thing I can say that he probably did wrong, it was he probably shouldn't have assumed people wanted hugs or a kiss on the cheek, just basically based off of, how everybody is in society nowadays. You can't assume, and he's too much of a friendly guy to not know that, and he's just going around hugging people. And honestly, if you don't want a hug, then by all means just say you don't want one. Do we really have to ruin a man's life and career, and over what, mind you? Over what? Because he doesn't like to sign yaoi, because he doesn't like to, I don't know, he's a Christian. I just don't understand where all of this hate is coming from. So, did some digging. It seems like there have been some groups that have been purposely trying to make him look bad. Again, don't know why. I can leave a little link in the description. There's a few good channels that have been doing some digging, where there was a closed Facebook group where you can see the conversations back and forth, where they were literally trying to make him look bad. And I just don't get it. I really don't. And there was another one where I'm on, as you can tell, I'm on Anime News Network. Very reliable source. Not really. I'm just being sarcastic. They seem to now have gotten rid of that news story, but they had originally had some sort of news story basically saying that, these people didn't have consent. They had a picture up of somebody blurred out. That same person then responded that had their picture blurred out, saying, hey, He didn't do anything wrong. It was completely consensual. It was totally fine. And what you're doing is taking things out of context, and you're basically slandering. That's slander. Again, I'll leave a little link in the description to some really good videos out there. But this one kind of troubled me. And this was another very famous voice actor, Monica Rial. And at first it looked like she was kind of, pretty much all of these voice actors, from her to Tatum, Sabat, just about everybody, are just kind of, throwing Vic under the bus, and they're kind of just like, I believe the survivors. And you know what? That's fine. You do you. You go ahead and you can do that. That's fine. But I just find it strange how all of a sudden she says this, like, it happened to me. And this is bad. So stop harassing my friends. And then he's a sick man. Just all this just made me like just think horribly. Like, it's horrible on two accounts. One, if this is 100% true and Vic actually did all these things, then Monica and all the other voice actors, you're no better than he is for keeping that to yourself. Because these allegations go all the way back to 2008, and if you guys knew and did nothing about it, then you're scum. Sorry, but you're just scum. Now that it's convenient, you come out and you say it. And I just love the timing of this. Big movie coming out, Dragon Ball Super Broly, which is a great movie, by the way. And it just pains me to think that this is going to be the last Funimation voice acting role for him. Because let's face it, even if it comes to be where it's all false, Funimation and Rooster Teeth ain't gonna hire him back. That means that they would have to admit that they were at fault. And it's like Disney when they fired James Gunn. Nobody's gonna hire him back. I'm sorry, but this is pretty much, he will still be in voice acting, and he will do work. He will have work again. I'm not worried about that. But as far as Funimation and Rooster Teeth is concerned, he's never going to work another day with those companies ever. And it's sad, because we're just basing it off of allegations, and basically this guy was an employee for these companies for, well, Rooster Teeth not so long, but Funimation for years. For years he had been with them. And when it came down to defending their employee, or just saving face from a few people, they just decided to save face, and they cut ties, and it just really makes me sad. Because again, if it's true what they are saying, that he did this, then fine. He should face severe punishment. But again, I haven't seen any evidence or anything that can show me that he's guilty. Sure, there's some con stories saying about he's a jerk, but last time I checked, that's not a reason to get fired. It's just being a jerk. I know lots of people who are jerks. They shouldn't be fired because of that. I just don't get it, honestly. And the one thing I will say out of all this is, Todd, good old Todd. He's actually sticking behind his friend, and he's defending. He's stuck with him. All these other voice actors, they're just throwing him under the bus, and it's sad. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to get that off my chest. I want to say that I stand for Vic. I will stand by him until proven otherwise. If it comes that later on that they actually do have proof and they say that he did do all these bad things, then I will 100% change my opinion, and I will take everything back. 100%, I will. But everything just stinks to high heaven, and I just don't believe it. I don't buy it. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Thank you everybody for watching this stream. Subscribe. I do weekly podcasts and other kind of reviews. And yeah. Take care, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye.